Good morning, South Florida. Welcome to another edition of UM's Frost Jazz Hour, right here on WDNA 88.9 FM, the home of serious jazz. My name is Chuck Bergeron. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning into the program. A special thank you to our live studio audience. You know that each week at this time, we bring you a great variety of talent from the highly acclaimed Frost School of Music. Incredible student groups, faculty, alumni, the dean. You never know who's going to stop by. Well, this morning we have a very, very rare treat for you. A brand new faculty member at the Frost School, someone that we're really proud to call our colleague, wonderful singer, composer, band leader, and educator. We want to introduce you this morning to the great Alison Wedding. She will be here live in the studio singing songs that she has written and some arrangements of some classic standards. And she is accompanied today by one of the true premier jazz piano players in the world. Another one of our colleagues we're very grateful to be able to work with, Martin Bejerano. We are going to spend the, how about a hand for Martin? Sure. And we can't wait for you to get to know Alison and her music and her career as she is new to our South Florida community. And we're going to talk to her and find out all kinds of great things. But first, let's just get the program started with some music. And you're listening this morning to Alison Wedding on the Frost Jazz Hour.
I wonder what you see as I ponder what could be. I know the time has not been right, but I know that my hope trumps time. I believe in wishing, 'cause I have seen the fruition. I know our paths have not aligned, but I know the future shines bright. Up until that day, patience had eluded me. But I am keen to try, and I will wait for what could be. Could be. I believe in wishing, 'cause I have seen the fruition. I know our paths have not aligned, but I know the future shines bright. Up until the day patience had in the dead me. But I am keen to try, and I will wait for what could be. Could be. Could be. Thank you so much.
Oh, that was terrific. So we're listening this morning to the music of Alison Wedding, new faculty member at the University of Miami, and delighted to have her as our colleague, and welcome to the show this morning.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here.
That was so great. That's a tune called What Could Be,
Yes.
an original of yours. And I know you've been here since August, but I feel this is the first time we've had a chance to really sit and chat and kind of introduce you to the South Florida community, and we're lucky to have you, so welcome.
Thank you so much.
So our producer, Alberto de la Reguera, keeps a file on everyone. It's like the J. Edgar Hoover of jazz. And he's provided me with some background information here. All good, all good.
Oh, good.
But I didn't know until this morning that you actually went to Booker T. Washington High School in Dallas.
I sure did. That started my whole love of jazz.
Okay.
That's
Dear old friend of ours, Bart Morantz, running that
yes.
program. And like we were talking before the show, we've gone there to recruit so many times. But now to have a professional with that kind of background is terrific.
Thank you.
But in reading your resume, I know you spent some time in New York, but I just discovered there was also a time in Australia. So tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Okay, great. Oh, yes, I ended up in Australia. I went over in about 2001, and my intention was to stay for about 6 months, and I ended up staying almost 7 years.
Okay.
And that was where I first recorded, well, my first album was recorded there. I did a radio show for ABC Jazz. ABC is like the big label, the big jazz label there. They have a pop side of the label too.
Okay.
And
you won Best Vocal Jazz Album of the Year for that.
That one did win for the Australian Bell Awards, which I was incredibly shocked that it won. But I was very proud of that album. I had an amazing band. But they recorded that radio show, and then they decided to release it, and that was my first album. And I got to tour Australia, and it was an incredible experience.
That's terrific. And can you tell me a little bit? I hope I don't mispronounce this name, but you had studied with a master jazz vocalist, Rhiannon.
Oh, Rhiannon.
Right? Can you tell us about that?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
I met Rhiannon personally when I was performing in New Zealand for a festival, and she was also on the festival. And we went to each other's sets, and I heard her sing. She had written lyrics to Keith Jarrett's song, My Song,
Okay.
which is one of my favorite songs ever. And it just floored me, watching her perform, hearing her sing. And she was doing a workshop the next day, and I went to it. I thought, I'm going to go. I just want to be near this artist. And it was an incredible improvisational workshop. It's hard to explain it in just a few minutes, but it transformed me.
Okay.
And I knew that I needed to work with her, and she was doing some workshops in Hawaii. She does them every year, and I was like, I'm going to get there somehow. and I made it there. And I actually worked with her 2 different workshops within a 4-month period because it changed me. And then she ended up, for a while, being on faculty at Berklee College of Music, where I used to teach. And she then left the class that she was teaching was called Spontaneous Composition, which was an improvisation class based on her teachings, and also some stuff with Bobby McFerrin. It's like free improvisation, using lyrics, using what we call personal language, not just scatting, but very much free improvisation where you improv with vocal groups, or groups of vocals, and then sometimes we would have a pianist come in and do that kind of thing. So that was a whole other chapter that she just had an amazing, and still does have an amazing influence on me.
Okay, well, that's great to hear. Great for me to learn, for all of us. But you're having an amazing influence on our students. I think Martin and I and some of our other colleagues have already seen it in just the few months you've been here.
Oh, that's lovely.
But just to clarify, you work in 2 different departments at the Frost School of Music.
I work in the jazz department, and I'm also a vocal teacher.
Who has contemporary students as well.
Oh,
I think.
no, I don't have any contemporary. I'm
Oh,
just,
okay. I
just
thought
the
you had
jazz.
some. Okay,
No,
so you're just with us.
Yep.
Good. We'll keep you. But I mean, I'm listening to your music and the music we've been rehearsing this week. Your influences are vast.
very, very vast.
Which is great. It's great for you. It's great for the audience, and it's really great for the students we have. That they're learning. There's so many different places that great music can come from. And you have a new album out.
I do. It's called On the Brink.
Okay.
And it is a duo project with an amazing guitarist named Matt Gold. He's based in Chicago. And he created a small label called Flood Music. And he's like, do you want me to release it? And I said, absolutely. We recorded it a couple years ago, and it was an experiment for me, very different than my last album, which was on the Ground Up label. Michael League from Snarky Puppy produced that and played on it, and a bunch of the guys, different guys in the band were on it, and amazing people. But it was very produced and very large. And this one, it was completely different. We recorded in a room, just the 2 of us at the same time. It was very raw, no real fixes at all, no auto-tuning, nothing. So I knew it was kind of a scary thing to release. He did do some overdubs of some solos and some percussion. But I wanted to just do it as a time stamp of what I was doing at the moment, and I really just wanted it to represent the raw, authentic thing.
That's terrific, which is what we do here.
Right, exactly.
But, I mean, you call it raw, I call it great. It sounds wonderful. I can't wait to hear it. Now, how can we find this music?
This music is available pretty much on all streaming platforms.
Great.
And CD Baby,
Okay.
iTunes, all of that stuff.
All of that
yeah.
stuff. Okay, all right.
But
we'll look for that.
we did just do a digital. It's just digital this time, which is very different for me as well.
Yeah. I know. Okay. Well, that's terrific. Well, listen, thank you for coming in this morning. I know you have a full schedule, but we're looking forward to having a great hour of music with you. And for everybody in the South Florida community, she is our colleague now, and she brings a whole lot to the table. And please help me in welcoming Alison Wedding to our program.
Thank you.
And while she gets set up for her next piece, I just wanted to remind you, she mentioned something about Snarky Puppy, and she had recorded it with them. Not this weekend, but next weekend, Valentine's weekend, we have a huge festival. The Ground Up Festival is taking place at the Miami Beach, the North Beach Band Shell, and it's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday event. And we have students and faculty and alums from the Frost School of Music who will be playing all over this festival on Friday, on Saturday, and on Sunday. And a real special event that I've been watching unfold over the last week, Alison has been gracious enough to invite the Frost Sextet, one of our student groups, to perform as her band, as they're learning some of her music, and we're going to do a set with her. That's a great treat for my band, and it's fun because it's taking them out of their normal mainstream jazz context and showing them a lot of different things. So the education that you're giving them just in the past week has been terrific. So I'm grateful to you for that.
Well, they're educating me as well. So.
And that set is 4 o'clock on Saturday, I believe.
4 or 3:50? Something like that.
Somewhere in there. But
Yeah,
just come out all day and be there all day, and you'll see all of that stuff. And that'll be Saturday, and musical groups Friday, Saturday, and John DeVersa's group on Sunday, I believe, all at the North Beach Band Shell over the Valentine's weekend. All right. Willow is another original composition of yours.
No, this is Willow Weep for Me.
Oh,
I think you guys might recognize this one.
that's a tune we know. Okay, great.
Willow weep for me, willow weep for me, bend your branches green among the stream that runs to sea. Listen to my plea, listen, willow, and weep for me. Gone my lover's dream, lovely summer's dream. Gone and left me here to weep my tears into the stream. Sad as I can be, hear me, willow, and weep for me. Whisper to the wind and say that love has sinned, to leave my heart a breaking and making a moan. Murmur to the night to hide her starry light, so none will find me sighing and crying all alone. Won't you weep, oh willow tree? Weep in sympathy. Bend your branches down among the ground and cover me. When the shadows fall, bend, oh willow, and weep. Won't you weep for me? Whisper to the wind and say that love is sin, to leave my heart a breaking and making her moan. Murmur to the night to hide her starry light, so none will find me sighing and crying all alone. Weep that willow tree, won't you weep in sympathy? Bend your branches down among the ground that runs to see when the shadows fall. Bend a willow and weep with no one to weep. Dun 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 da, dun 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 da, da 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 da. Say little 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 little. Say the Sunday, say Sunday, Sunday. Ba 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 da da da. Ha 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 ha. Hey, willow, 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 weep, willow, weep for me, weep for me, weep for me. Thank you. Yeah, Martin.
You're listening this morning to Alison Wedding and Martin Bejerano on the Frost Jazz Hour. We're going to take a brief pause for the cause, but we'll be right back with some more music, so please stay tuned. And we're back this morning on the Frost Jazz Hour. We're having a great time with new faculty member, vocalist, composer, band leader, educator, Alison Wedding. She's new this year to the Frost community, and we're very grateful to have her. She brings so many different things to the table, and she's here with Martin Bejerano, the one and only. Just a quick announcement about Martin. He and alum Jonathan Kreisberg have a new album that's just been released. Martin, I'm sorry, tell me the name of this record again. Capturing Spirits. Live recording. Done where?
In Düsseldorf, Germany.
Nice. Live in Düsseldorf, Germany. And look for that. I know the station has a copy of it, but let's look for that. Jonathan's doing great, and I know you guys are going to be down in the Dominican Republic pretty soon and probably traveling all around the world. So at some point we'll try to get him on the station as well and get a little show going. Keep us informed about that stuff. But our special guest this morning, of course, is Alison Wedding, and she's doing a program of a couple of arrangements and a lot of original music. Alison, what do you have next?
This is a song that I wrote called Something Amazing. Time crawls slowly, and I wonder where you are, analyzing what has happened thus far. Every word that passed from your lips pulled me in, but now your shift to maybes got me in a spin. Hours stretch on, memories start to dissipate, and my heart slows down while your sweet words fade away. Want to grab on, stay inside that feeling, but I can't hold on to words with no meaning. I'll step back and let it breathe. I want you to see. I still hope that this can be something, Hours stretch on, memories start to dissipate, and my heart slows down while your sweet words fade away. Want to grab on, stay inside that feeling, but I can't hold on to words with no meaning. I'll step back and let it breathe. I want you to see. I still hope that this can be something, something amazing.
Sounds great. We're enjoying listening to the music of Alison Wedding this morning, and we were talking earlier about the Ground Up Festival. She will be prominently featured on Saturday, February the 15th. And, of course, that festival is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the 14th, 15th, and 16th. A lot of students, faculty, and alums will be out there performing, so go check it out. It'll be an amazing weekend. But, that's a week and a half away. I need something to do this coming weekend. Last weekend we had the Super Bowl. We got the Ground Up thing in a couple weeks, so what am I going to do this weekend? Well, here at the Frost Jazz Hour, we have just the recommendation for you. A new festival, something very special is going on in our community. Jam Fest Miami. This Sunday, check this out, this Sunday, February the 9th, from 2 p.m. to 7. Great afternoon of multifaceted artists and performers. The great Tal Cohen, a favorite here at WDNA, wonderful piano player. He will be a featured artist there. And also WDNA's own Philip Avello will be there with his photography. He is a wonderful artist, incredible photographer, and he's been part of our community here at WDNA for a very long time. And I think you have other guests as well. It's a multitude of styles. It's not just jazz. Chad Bernstein, and a Jewish funk and soul group that's on here. Okay, so we've got all kinds of stuff going on. That's going to be this Sunday from 2 o'clock until 7, February the 9th, and that is going to take place, forgive me while I put on my reading glasses, at Beth David Congregation, which is 2625 Southwest 3rd Avenue. 2625 Southwest 3rd Avenue, right down the street. Okay, so come on out for that this Sunday, and then a week from Sunday, and a week from Saturday, and a week from Friday at the Ground Up Festival at the North Beach Band Show. All right, and thank you, Alison, for coming in and bringing Martin, and it's been a lot of fun. We still got plenty of time for some more music, so what's next?
We're going to do a standard that I think everyone will know. This is But Not For Me. They're writing songs of love, but not for me. A lucky stars above, but not for me. With love to lead the way, I found more clouds of gray than any Russian play could guarantee. I was a fool to fall and get that way. I hope, alas, and all so like a day. Although I can't dismiss the memory of his kiss, I guess he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not for me. They're writing songs of love, but not for me. Unlucky stars above, but not for me. With love to lead the way, I found more clouds of gray than any Russian play can guarantee. I was a fool to fall and get that way. I hope, alas, I also lack a day. Although I can't dismiss the memory of his kiss, I guess he's not. No, he's not. I guess he's not. No, 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 no. Where to lay? Don't know. No, no, he's not for me.
Man.
Thank you. We're going to continue with a brand new song. This is, I believe, the world premiere of this song. I just wrote it a few weeks ago. And it's about not letting worry take over your life, is basically the message of it. And it's called Unveil. I'm sorry that I so often surrender to the fear. I wanna be like a child so naive, trusting, unsuspecting, free to fall. While standing strong, I'll take this chance and unveil my all to you. I promise that as time passes, I will let go of the worry. I wanna feel like a willow planted, yet bending in the wind, free to fall, yet stand and fill my heart to you. So, I love to write ballads and sad songs, but this one was an exercise to not do that so much. This is a song called Remain. You haven't been around for a while now. I'd love to catch a glimpse of you somehow, to hear your voice and know that you're okay. I haven't seen your smile in a long time. I'd love to catch a ray of that sunshine, to feel its warmth. It melts the pain away. I can't believe the time has flown. We could not have known that what we shared, it would always be there. The connection alive in my heart. You will always remain. I can't believe that time has flown. We could not have known that what we shared, it would always be there. The connection alive in my heart. You will always remain. La 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 da da da, la 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 da 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 da. Say la la da 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 da. Say la. Thank you very much.
So we've had a great time this morning listening to Alison Wedding. How about another hand for her, huh? Incredible. And on piano, the great Martin Bejerano. Alison, it's been great to have you on the program. Thank you for taking the time this morning. I really appreciate it. We all appreciate listening to your music and getting to know you a little better. And just a reminder, our producer always puts together a great lineup for the semester. Next week, graduating senior Logan Smith will be here with the group. That'll be a lot of fun. Logan is a wonderful singer and has a lot of other interests as well. I see this young man working at the United Nations one day. He's a brilliant guy and very interested in a lot of things. We're going to talk about all of that next week. 2 weeks from today, our colleague Tim Smith, who has a band called the Mr. Groove Band, they have a new record out that's got a Latin tinge to it, so they call it the Senior Groove Album. And they'll be here talking about that and playing music from that record. And 3 weeks from today, our colleague Dante Luciani will be here with a new group known as the Frost Octet. Many surprise guests. The one and only Ashley Pizzotti will be back. A recent graduate who has just appeared with Wynton Marsalis as a soloist. She'll be here, and we want to hear all about that. And many other great things from our colleagues and our students throughout the semester. So stay tuned each week at this time to the Frost Jazz Hour, or just come on out with the rest of the live audience and check out all these great artists every Thursday at 11 a.m. And this Sunday, February 9th, the Jam Fest Miami at Beth David Congregation, 2625 Southwest 3rd Avenue. That's from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. this Sunday. And then Valentine's weekend. Don't forget, that is Valentine's weekend. The 14th, 15th, and 16th. Allison will be appearing at the Ground Up Festival on Saturday afternoon with the Frost Sextet, and John DeVersa on Sunday with his small group. I'll be there playing with some people on Friday, and the great Chris Potter will be floating around. I think he's going to play a tune with us. We're still trying to work that out, but he's the floater. He's going to be playing with everybody. And that'll be a great weekend of music and a chance to hear a lot of great Frost members of our community. Allison, we got time for one more song. I'm so happy.
Great. This is another original, a new one that hasn't been recorded yet, and it's called Metanoia, and that word means spiritual awakening. So here it goes. Thank you.